Now, speaking of the police state and just continual tyranny, in an article posted today on Infowars.com and also TheVerge.com, a street artist behind satirical NYPD drone posters has been arrested. According to the article, a street artist who hung satirical posters criticizing police surveillance activities has been arrested after an NYPD investigation tracked him to his doorstep. With the help of a small crew, the artist, now identified as Assam Atiya, had placed the fake Big Brother-style adverts in locations throughout Manhattan using a fake Van Wagner maintenance van and uniforms to avoid detection. In a video interview, Mr. Assam Atiya said he explained that he placed the provocative ads to create a conversation about disturbing trends in police surveillance, alluding about disturbing trends in police surveillance. So there you go. You have an artist who's being tracked because he posted, police state art throughout New York City. Now, obviously, what he did was illegal, but what's really concerning here is that they tracked him down. That's what's really concerning, because nobody was around, supposedly, when he was putting these up. So we don't support people putting things up illegally, but what's the reason why we're criticizing the establishment here is that they were able to track him down with almost no witnesses. Just further proof that we live in a world with drones and continual surveillance. So we do commend that artist for, stepping forward and, at the very least, designing artwork that criticizes the growing police state. And now we're going to go to a story by Jakari Jackson, a brief story by Jakari Jackson, which focuses on drones.
I'm Jakari Jackson for the InfoWars Nightly News, bringing you our Drone Minute in anticipation for our drone mob this Saturday, December 8th in Austin, Texas. We have an article for you out of the Daily Mail. Headline: Robocod. Homeland Security adds underwater drones to their arsenal with robots based on fish. Meet Robocod, the latest weapon in Homeland Security's increasingly high-tech underwater arsenal. A robotic fish designed to safeguard the coastline of America and bring justice to the deep. Now, before we put drones in the water, I think it's a good idea to look at the drones in the air, where we can look at Pakistan, where the Pakistan Interior Minister says that 80% of the people killed by drones were non-combatants. Join InfoWars this Saturday. Join InfoWars this Saturday, December 8th, at Zilker Park in Austin, Texas, for our first ever drone mob in contest. Now, this is a family-friendly event. We encourage you to bring your drones and spy planes and small remote-controlled vehicles as we raise awareness that our own government is planning to use these tools against us. There will also be a contest for the best video filmed at the event with a $1,000 prize. So upload your clips to YouTube, and we'll see you this Saturday, December 8th at Zilker Park. So stay tuned to Infowars.com and also hashtag Drone Mob for more details. I'm Jakari Jackson for the Infowars Nightly News.
And again, if you want to participate, we're going to have an event this Saturday, December the 8th at 11 a.m. at Zilker Park here in Austin, where we encourage people to bring their drone airplanes, their helicopters, even if you got a paper plane that you just want to fly around. The point is we're going to broadcast this and make people aware of the growing police state. We want to mock the establishment and let them know that we're onto them. We know that they want a surveillance state. We know that they want to infringe upon our civil liberties. And again, that's going to be taking place December the 8th at 11 a.m. at Zilker Park. Jakari will be there. Melissa Melton will be there. So if you have a drone, a helicopter, a plane that you just want to fly, you can do it on that day. And we also have a contest that's taking place. We'll give $1,000 to a person who creates a video of the event's festivities. For more information, go to Infowars.com. Now, in other news, in an article posted today also on Infowars.com, veteran journalist describes, quote, sexual assault, rape at the hands of the TSA. Reporter decries, quote, highly invasive groping and prohibiting of my private areas. A prominent journalist by the name of Karen Kaplan of over 20 years has written a scathing piece describing her treatment at the hands of the TSA last week in an article which she posted on Nature. The name of the outlet is called Nature. She says, quote, she was subjected to an arbitrary, unnecessary, and appalling invasive TSA pat-down which more appropriately can be called a sexual assault. So you can see it's not just us here at InfoWars that is saying this. This is another journalist, and she also said in the article, quote, "The search involved highly invasive groping and probing of my private areas. As part of the procedure, which took 5 to 6 minutes, the TSA reached into my skirt, exploring front to back. I am horrified and disgusted by the experience, a clear example of absolute abuse of absolute power." And she also says later on in the article, "As a white female, American over 40, a law-abiding citizen with nary so much as a traffic violation in my history, and as an editor of an eminent international science journal, I hardly fit the profile of a terrorist." So there you go. It's not just us. We have other journalists who are deeply disturbed by what the TSA is doing. And I just received confirmation from the TSA yesterday that you can film pat-downs, despite the fact you saw in my video last week that they said I could not film a pat-down. David Knight, he was able to film his pat-down. Just for clarification, TSA has confirmed to me that you can film pat-downs. So, you know, don't allow your civil liberties to be violated. We encourage you to film your pat-downs.
Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the sites, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.